Hi students, in the last class we discussed about the ammonia, preparation of ammonia and its properties. Next important compounds of nitrogen is an nitric acid. Nitric acid formula is HNO3. Then you consider first one is preparation. That is first method is lab method. In the laboratory, nitric acid is prepared by treating sodium nitrate or potassium nitrate with concentrated H2SO4. By treating sodium nitrate or potassium nitrate with concentrated H2SO4, that is reaction is NaNO3 plus concentrated H2SO4 that forms HNO3 plus Na2SO4 sorry, instead of Na2SO4 you take NaHSO4 is the preparation, laboratory preparation. Second method is manufacture, that is commercial method. Manufacture of HNO3 by Ostwald's process. This is very important for the 3 marks. Either they ask ammonia by Ebers process or HNO3 by the Ostwald's process. Very important. In this method, first step is catalytic oxidation of ammonia. Catalytic oxidation of ammonia by using atmospheric oxygen. Catalytic oxidation of ammonia by atmospheric oxygen in the presence of platinum rhodium. In the form of wire gas. In the presence of platinum rhodium in the form of wire gas as catalyst at a temperature of 500 Kelvin and 9 bar pressure. This is the first step. Catalytic oxidation of ammonia by atmospheric oxygen by using platinum rhodium in the form of wire gas as a catalyst at 500 Kelvin and 9 bar pressure. For this one, reaction is NH3 plus O2, that is 45, 4, 5. Balance this one, 45, 4 and 5 in the presence of platinum rhodium 500 Kelvin 9 bar pressure. Product formed is NO and H2O. Here 46, 45, 46. Without balance you will not get the marks. Hence you have to balance. This is nitric oxide. This one is ammonia. The nitric oxide formed further oxidized to nitrogen dioxide. Consider reversible. Nitric oxide formed further oxidized to nitrogen dioxide. This is the second step. 2NO plus O2 gives 2NO2. Then nitrogen dioxide, this is the second step. Third step is nitrogen dioxide absorbed by water. Nitrogen dioxide is absorbed by water to form the HNO3 and NO, nitric oxide, HNO3 and NO, that is 3NO2 and 2HNO3. Reaction get balanced. This is the manufacture of nitric acid by Ostwald process. Then the formed nitric oxide, it is recycled. That can be recycled. Again, NO oxidized to NO2, NO2 absorbed by water, then you get the HNO3. The HNO3 form is concentrated to 68% by distillation. By distillation process, you can concentrate up to 68% by mass. Then further concentrated to 98%. Further concentrated to 98% by dehydration. Very important for 1 mark. By dehydration with concentrated H2SO4. This is the concentration of nitric acid form. Here HNO3 is formed and NO. NO is recycled. The formed HNO3 is concentrated to 68% by mass by distillation process. Further concentrated to 98% by dehydration with concentrated H2SO4. Even in 1 year in the board exam, they ask by name the reagent used to get the 98% of HNO3. That is dehydration with concentrated H2SO4. This is about the Ostwald's process. You note down as it is, you get the 3 marks. It is 3 steps. Each step carries the 1 mark. This is about the manufacture of HNO3 by Ostwald's process. Next we study about the properties. In that properties, that nitric acid, physical properties is nitric acid is a colorless liquid. It is a colorless liquid. Then laboratory grade, that is in the laboratory we are using the HNO3 is of 68% by mass. Laboratory grade sulfuric acid contains 68% by mass. Then the solution contains more than 86%. Solution contains more than 86% HNO3. Solution contains more than 86% HNO3 is called fuming nitric acid. Fuming nitric acid. HNO3 as the planar structure. The structure of HNO3 is a planar. This is about the physical properties. Then you study the chemical properties. Nitric acid, HNO3 is a strong monobasic acid. It is a strong monobasic acid. Why it is a strong monobasic acid? Means when dissolved in water, it forms hydronium ion. It donates the proton. And forms NO3 minus. Hence it is a strong monobasic acid. It can donate the 1 proton. Hence it is a strong monobasic acid. Then you consider that oxidizing property. Second chemical property is oxidizing agent. Oxidizing property. HNO3 is a strong oxidizing agent. It can act as a strong oxidizing agent. It reacts with majority of the metals except noble metals. It reacts with most of the metals except the noble metals. Then the product of oxidation that depends on the concentration of the acid used. Based on the concentration of the acid used, we get the different products. For example, you take copper. Copper reacts with concentrated HNO3. These are all important for board exam as well as for your competitive levels. You have to mention the product form. Copper reacts with HNO3. Copper concentrated HNO3 oxidizes copper into cupric nitrate, CuNO3 twice. If you take concentrated HNO3, the byproduct is NO2. This is important. You have to remember that byproducts then NO2 is formed. Then you have to balance this reaction by taking 4 moles of the HNO3 and 2 NO2. 2 NO2, 2 H2. This is with concentrated HNO3. But if you take dilute HNO3, copper treated with dilute HNO3. Dilute HNO3 oxidizes copper into cupric nitrate. Here same, this product is same. But instead of nitrogen dioxide, the gas evolved is the nitric oxide, NO. Nitric oxide is formed. With concentrated HNO3, nitrogen dioxide. With dilute HNO3, nitric oxide. Again to balance, use 3 and 8. Then the product is 3CuNO3 twice, 2NO and again 4H2O. You have to remember these products, very most important. Then one more, zinc. Zinc reacts with concentrated HNO3. Zinc reacts with concentrated HNO3. Nitric acid oxidizes zinc into zinc nitrate. Zinc nitrate. With concentrated, again gas is NO2, liberating water. To balance, use 4 HNO3, then 2 NO2, 2 H2O. For the zinc also, with concentrated HNO3, we get nitrogen dioxide. You take dilute HNO3, zinc treated with dilute HNO3, dilute nitric acid. Then the product is again zinc nitrate. Dilute HNO3 also oxidizes zinc into zinc nitrate. But the gas evolved is the nitrous oxide, N2O, nitrous oxide. Then water, nitrous oxide. To balance this equation, 4 10HNO3, 10HNO3, 4 ZnNO3 twice and 5H2O. To balance, otherwise you will not get the marks. This is the reaction with the metals. In our syllabus, they are mentioned with copper and zinc. With copper, one is concentrated HNO3, another one is dilute HNO3. With concentrated HNO3, cupric nitrate and nitrogen dioxide. With dilute HNO3, nitric oxide. Similarly, zinc with concentrated HNO3, nitrogen dioxide. Zinc with dilute HNO3, nitrous oxide. Then certain metals like aluminium, chromium, iron, gold, silver or platinum, that is noble metal. These metals, they not dissolve. They not dissolve in concentrated nitric acid. They not dissolved in the concentrated nitric acid because of the formation of the passive, that is inactive, passive film of the oxide. Passive film of the oxide on the surface of the metal. If you add nitric acid to these metals, they forms a passive film oxide layer. This is called, that means this phenomenon we can consider as concentrated HNO3 renders these metals passive, that is passivity of the concentrated HNO3. Passivity means becomes they forms an inactive, inert film oxide layer on the surface of the metal. This about these metals, they not dissolves in the concentrated HNO3. Commonly, to dissolve these metals, we are using the aquaresia. Aquaresia means the mixture of concentrated HNO3 and concentrated HCl in the ratio 1:3. Mixture of concentrated HNO3 and concentrated HCl in the ratio 1:3, we are called as aquaresia. Aquaresia is used to dissolve the noble metals, but with concentrated HNO3, these metals becomes passive. This is with the reaction with the metal. Similarly, you can consider reaction with the non-metals. You can note down as it is. Concentrated HNO3 also oxidize some non-metals. That is, first one is iodine. Iodine into iodic acid. Concentrated HNO3, nitric acid oxidize iodine into iodic acid. HiO3, iodic acid. In addition to iodic acid, you get NO2 and H2O. You have to remember the numbers. You have to balance this equation. That is 10 moles of concentrated HNO3. You get 2 HiO3, then 10 NO2, 4 H2O. 10 NO2 and 4 H2O. Similarly, oxidize carbon to carbon dioxide. Carbon plus concentrated nitric acid. Carbon into carbon dioxide. Carbon to carbon dioxide, NO2 and water. To balance this one, we use 4 moles of the HNO3, 4 NO2, 2 H2O. It oxidizes carbon to carbon dioxide, iodine to iodic acid. Then sulfur, acid, sulfur to sulfuric acid, sulfur into sulfuric acid, H2SO4, NO2 and water. It oxidizes sulfur into sulfuric acid. Here numbers are 48 moles of concentrated HNO3, 8 moles of the H2SO4 and 48 moles of NO2 and 16 moles of the water. Then similarly, phosphorus, P4, phosphorus to phosphoric acid. Nitric acid oxidizes phosphorus into phosphoric acid, H3PO4, NO2 and water. To balance this one, we use 20 moles of the HNO3, then 4 moles of H3PO4, 20 moles of NO2 and 4 moles of the H2O. This is the reaction with the non-metals. Iodine to iodic acid, carbon to carbon dioxide, sulfur to sulfuric acid, phosphorus to phosphoric acid. Then you consider the Brown ring test. This Brown ring test is the confirmatory test for the nitrate ion. Already in the qualitative analysis, we are used this Brown ring test for the nitrate ion. In that Brown ring test, to the salt solution, to the freshly prepared salt solution, add freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution and 2 to 3 drops of concentrated H2SO4 slowly along the sides of the test tube. Then we get the Brown ring. Already we are conducted in the laboratory. Here we are using the test reaction. In the Brown ring test, that Brown ring test for nitrate is based on the ability or capacity of ferrous ion to reduce nitrate ion to nitric oxide. ability, brown ring test for the nitrate is based on the ability of ferrous ion to reduce nitrate ion to nitric oxide. In the presence of the sulfuric acid, in the presence of the sulfuric acid, that ferrous ion, in the presence of that sulfuric acid, nitrate ion oxidize. That is, nitric acid is an oxidizing agent. Nitrate ion will oxidize ferrous ion into ferric ion, ferrous ion to ferric ion, and itself get reduced to nitric oxide. In the presence of the acid, in the presence of sulfuric acid, nitrate ion will oxidize ferrous ion to ferric ion and itself get reduced to nitric oxide. Then this formed nitric oxide, which reacts with the ferrous ion present in excess, which nitric oxide, formed nitric oxide reacts with ferrous ion which is present in excess. We are using freshly prepared ferrous sulfate. If ferrous ion present in excess, that formed nitric oxide reacts with ferrous ion to form a brown complex. That is, brown ring is formed. That is, the brown complex is formed. This is the brown ring test. For this one, you have to write the reaction. In the theory exam, just you have to consider, in the presence of sulfuric acid, nitrate ion oxidize ferrous ion to ferric ion. Nitrate ion get reduced to nitric oxide. That formed nitric oxide reacts with ferrous ion present in excess to form a brown complex. Then the reaction for this one is nitrate ion. Nitrate ion then reacts with the Fe2 plus in the presence of the sulfuric acid, that is H plus. Only all are the ionic reactions. Then that nitrate ion get reduced to nitric oxide. Ferrous ion oxidized to ferric ion. Ferrous ion oxidized to ferric ion, liberating water. This is the first step. Nitrate ion in the presence of acid oxidize ferrous ion into ferric ion. To balance this reaction, 3Fe2 plus, 3Fe2 plus, 3Fe3 plus and 2H2O. This is the first step. Then second step is that nitric oxide reacts with ferrous ion present in the solution. We are using ferrous sulfate solution. Hence we are using FeH2O6 2 plus. This is a ferrous ion present in the solution. FeH2O6 2 plus reacts with NO, nitric oxide, forms a brown complex. Formula FeH2O 5NO2 plus H2. This is the brown complex. Brown complex or brown ring. Brown complex is formed FeH2O5NO2 plus. For competitive level, this is very most important. Name of this compound is very most important. The name of the IUPAC name of this compound is brown complex in the brown ring test is, that is penta aqua nitrosyl. This one nitrosyl iron 1, which is most important. Oxidation state of the iron in the brown complex is +1. Here nitrosyl taken as the +1. Nitrosyl charge is taken as the +1. Water charge is taken as the 0. It is a neutral. Iron assumed as the X. Then equated to +2. Then X value becomes +1. This is most important. That is, in the brown complex, oxidation state of the iron is +1, not +2. Commonly it is called nitrosoferrous sulfate. The brown ring name is the nitrosoferrous sulfate. But iron present in the +1 oxidation state. Majority of the students, they are considered as the +2. +2 is wrong. The iron oxidation state in the brown complex is +1. IUPAC name of the brown complex is penta aqua nitrosyl iron 1. Last one, the uses of the HNO3. That nitric acid is used in the preparation of the nitrogenous fertilizers. It is used in the preparation of nitrogenous fertilizers. The second one is used in the preparation of explosives. Used in the preparation of explosives like nitroglycerin, commonly called as the dynamite. Nitroglycerin commonly called as dynamite. Then nitrotoluene, trinitrotoluene. It is used in the preparation of trinitrotoluene. That is TNT, trinitrotoluene. Then picric acid. These are all used in the explosives. Picric acid, nitrocellulose, commonly used in the gunpowder. These are all used as an explosive. Then used as an oxidizer. Used as an oxidizer in rocket fuel. Used as an oxidizer in rocket fuel. Then used in the preparation of aquaresia. Used in the preparation of aquaresia, that is mixture of concentrated HNO3 and concentrated HCl in the ratio 1:3. That aquaresia used to dissolve the noble metals. This is about the uses of the HNO3. The next class we will study about the oxides of nitrogen.